Hi guys. So today I'm going to show you some wirings, and first of all I will show that I actually did some great job. At least it works. I will remove this stuff here. So basically now I use only one. By the way, let's turn off soldering iron. By the way, this soldering iron has this cool stand, which is basically for microphone that I don't use, by the way. So actually I put it here, and when I do actual soldering, I just move this legs together and use it normally. And after that, when I'm finished, at some point of time, I just place them here and put it somewhere here. Okay. Another cool thing is this one. This one is from server computer. Basically, this is a fan, and actually it uses 4 wires, but I actually used like only 2 of them to just turn it off. So when I actually turn it off, by the way, this AC adapter is one of my old ones. Basically, it's just compatible with this one, so I just use it. And when I turn it off, uh, I think you can hear the sound. Um, why do I use it? Because when you solder, these ashes actually go into your eyes, and so I have some blue, some kind of glue, which basically makes it stand. And I actually put it like near where I will solder, and when I solder, I turn this guy off on, and ash is it is pulling all the ash, so it is actually very cool. It is kind of soundly, but I don't care. At least I don't have ashes in my mouth and eyes. Okay. So yeah, but what I'm actually talking about is wiring. So as you can see here, I have only one wire, which is goes here, and actually here it is dividing into monitor and into PC. And how I did it, I think you guys basically understand. But I had like 2 of them, and I just kind of cut it. Okay. So I basically just cut it 2 of them, and of course I did some measurements, but there I are like some kind of guesses, blindly guesses. And here it actually has like only 3 cables, so I just combined them all, soldered, and stick them with this I don't know how it's tape. Okay. So first rule that I want to show in this video is that you can actually like easy manipulate with this kind of power cables, because they're very easy to solder. And at by the way, not really, but because they're like very thick, so you will actually need to apply some time, and it's kind of another feeling when you solder them, comparing to thin ones, tiny ones. Okay. But actually it works, so I'm pretty glad. So I actually like can use only one socket to power my monitor and my PC. Okay, and it's kind of cool, and I don't have like a lot of cables. So in theory I could even make them a little bit smaller, but it's like some sort of perfectionism, which is kind of bad, you know. And yeah, so I also have keyboard and a mouse, mice going into here. And by the way, camera that I'm using to film right now, it is also going here. And basically those are 2 USBs, that's why there are a lot of cables there. But yeah, only 2 USBs, like mouse and camera, and keyboard is going here. So yeah, so I made them pretty small. Okay, so I don't have long cables anymore. Okay, so if you okay, and I forgot about VGA. Okay, or how it's called, this video cable for which is going from my video card to my monitor. I also made it pretty small. Okay, of course I can make even more smaller, but I will not, of course, bother right now. Okay, so right now I don't have any long cables. Of course I have this one, but it is like my headphones. Yeah, so I cannot care about them at all. So yeah, guys, so you can easily do the same job. I think I don't need to recommend it because it's kind of extreme. Okay, so you can break things, of course, but of course no. I mean, I'm joking. So first of all, when you cut, for example, USB, okay, let's say we're doing keyboard, okay, you don't want to cut very near to the edge because if you will cut cables, and of course I'm using like this simple knife, and sometimes it is happening bad things. So of course you want to cut a little bit more just to be safe if you will cut wrongly, so you can recut, and that's all. Because if you will cut very near to the end, it can end bad. Okay, after that, what you do, you just cut like cables. Okay, then you screw them together, then you solder them using solder and this special iron which is heated and melted very easily, which you should buy in the store, because uh, some of them are bad because they don't contain some stuff that you actually need, and you need to apply like flux or another stuff. But if you are going to buy this in modern store, chances are that it will be all you need. Okay, so you screw, you melt, and then you just use some kind of tape to make sure there will be no electrical shortage. Okay, and that's all. That's all basically. It's very easy. Okay. Um, Before this stuff, I was actually trying to make another setup where my PC was long distance. Okay, and to do this, I actually made like cables longer, and I will not. Okay, so now you see that I don't use this idea. Okay, and you can make decisions, but I will just say that um, it is very hard. Okay, first of all, and there is a chance. Okay, I don't think there is actually. You need to test it. Okay, but yeah, of course, like signal can go low. Okay, in theory. So when you make cable shorter, uh, there is no chance signal you will lost some signal because of distance. Okay, and also cutting is very easy because you don't need actually extra cables. Okay, to add between those two. Okay, so cutting is very easy, uh, especially when you manipulate with this video kind of cables, because this one has actually like a lot, like 14 maybe wires. Okay, of course you can make some hacks to make them the number less by using common ground, and I think maybe I don't know how many HDMI has, but at least VGA has a lot of wires. Okay, I actually did like a long distance, like 2 meters or so. I made it bigger, and signal was kind of poor, but I didn't use solder. That's why, maybe, I don't know. Also, I used common ground. Okay, guys. So I think that's all for this video. So if you want to make cables shorter, just remember to not cut very near to the end. Okay, because there is a chance that you will lost end, because you will cut and there will be no wire anymore. Okay, so yes, this is the only rule, by the way. And yeah, and just remember that uh, there is two types of signal. Okay, so if you cut USB, you are kind of safe, because why? Because in USB there is okay, it is digital signal. There is two types of signal: analog and digital. So for example, this audio output, I have mini jack. So mini jack, by the way, is analog. Okay, so what do I say by analog? I say this because the voltage that is going that is placed on the mini jack is actually the sound. Okay, so no, what I'm talking about. No, actually there is frequency. Okay, never mind. But I will just say that like manipulating with USB is kind of, in theory, is kind of easy, right? Because actually it's like going like only two cables like ground and 5 volts, right? And other two cables are just high or low voltages, and they are constantly swapping because signal is passing in binary. Okay, so you actually, I think, I don't know actually, but I think you don't really care like if you will make it longer or bigger. I mean, if the logical one will be a little bit different, you don't really care. Okay, you will not lose any signal. And for example, if you will go like for a long cable and using analog, for example sound, um, but it's kind of strange because it's ring. Okay guys, I will not say like some words here because I'm not like really an expert. Just bear in mind that then cutting cables is kind of easy because you are 100% not to not lose any signal, any power. um, of course there is like some isolation, so here you can see like here is some copper paper, I don't know how to say it, that actually isolates wires from um, from affection of some, I don't know, external waves. Okay, so of course you lose this stuff when you manipulate cut wires, but you lose it even more when you like make the cable longer, because of course in your new cable you don't use this kind of isolation. Okay, so bear this in mind. Okay, and I will not say anything more, but I will just say that from a first view of my monitor, which is using like this cutted VGA image, is okay. Okay, so I don't see any bad stuff going on here. Okay, of course when you cut some USB devices like keyboard, you don't really it is like very safe because you don't actually like care. I mean, you will see at least from the start like is your keyboard working, because if you press a key, everything you want is computer react on it. So if it's react on it, you're fine. If it's not, okay, you made something stupid, really, because it should work. Okay, so I mean, yeah, maybe you don't actually want to like experiment with a monitor because like our eye is not very cool, so maybe you don't see some minor differences, and that's all, and that will hurt your eyes, and that's all, blah blah blah. But at least if you want to cut your cable for keyboard or mouse, you should do it, and it will be and you will for sure like uh, will see it works or not. Okay, and that's all. I don't want to say anymore. Sorry guys for a long video. So I hope you now will be safe. Okay, so yeah, and of course don't like of course experiment with the wires that are connected to the socket, because here you are just experimenting with 5 volts and here is 220. If you're in USA it's 100. It doesn't really matter, so don't do this. Okay, it's very dangerous. Okay, and that's all guys, bye.